Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for December the 13th. I am going to pull one card for overall energy, and then we'll look at cards for each individual sign to look at what is the reading for each sign throughout the day. This is day 5 of using my vice versa tarot. So um, this is a little bit more information than what I normally give on a reading just because of the way this deck is set up. If you want to find out more about that, you want to go back to the intro on December the 9th. Still shuffling. I think there's a lot going on in the world today because I'm not ready to pull that first card yet. Usually when it takes me a while to shuffle, that's what that means. That means there's a lot of energy switching up and changing. Here we go. Overall energy is Ten of Cups showing up in reverse. So my Ten of Cups card showing up in reverse can mean one of two things normally. Of course, the cards are always changing. They pretty much breathe. They change with our culture, with our society. But the Ten of Cups, so I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't really lock in the meanings, but normally for me, a Ten of Cups in reverse means one of two things. It either means unhappiness, just in general, because cups are about emotions. Ten of Cups in reverse can be unhappiness because right side up it is happiness. But the other thing that it can mean for me is this idea of working on upgrading our sense of happiness with something in our lives. So that can be working on a happiness upgrade as well. And generally, if it comes in reverse like this, it just means that doing that is actually taking, taking some time. It's not an upgrade that just happens overnight. All right. So I think we're ready to start jumping in and looking at each sign. So we're going to start with Aries as usual. So Aries, we have the Page of Wands showing up for you, very appropriate, one of your normal court cards. And we also have the Chariot, that side of the Chariot. And so this is really interesting. Do, 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 do. This is basically telling me that you are working on upgrading happiness and you are being given the go ahead to move forward on whatever this happiness that you're trying to upgrade is. So, if you're trying to upgrade happiness by upgrading some of your responsibilities, this would be okay, you've got that promotion that allows you to take control of this, that, or the other. Or if you're trying to upgrade um, happiness in some type of marital situation, you've got some progress going on here. You're being given the go ahead to uh, to take that to the next level. So, whatever it is, wherever it is that you're trying to upgrade happiness in your life, you've got the go ahead coming in today, Aries. And I think just as fast as you get that go ahead, you are going to town with it. You're making progress immediately. You're ready. You've been waiting for that go ahead for a bit. All right, next up, we're looking at Taurus. So Taurus, what we have here is the Ten of Cups in reverse for the overall, Nine of Cups in the center of the spread, with this side of the Chariot showing up in reverse. So basically, this is really interesting. I think that this is talking about the idea that there has been some kind of situation that has brought some unhappiness or some dissatisfaction to your experience, Taurus. And with that Chariot in reverse, I think that you are no longer participating with that situation. And as you disengage from that situation, you're finding satisfaction and happiness in doing things in a more independent way rather than trying to reach your targets or your goals, reach that happiness with somebody else. Next up, we're looking at Gemini. Okay, so Geminis, we do have the Emperor showing up in reverse, or excuse me, right side up, but that side of it in the center of our spread here. And the overall energy, we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse. And off to the other side, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So This really tells me, Geminis, that you're feeling like you tried to take control of a situation to bring more happiness into some type of situation that you were a part of. And in trying to take control of that and take this happiness to the next level in whatever way that looks like for you, I think that you are really finding yourself very frustrated at the amount of time that this is taking today. Okay. And so, really, this talks about a certain sense of impatience. And I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this was a process to start with, and I think you kind of knew that going in. I think you've sort of forgotten it. You've looked so much at what you want the end result to be that you've sort of forgotten it takes a process to get there. And so there's some of this impatience stepping in, stepping into your experience as you're really wanting to mash the gas on this. I feel like there are other people involved in this and they are just not moving as quickly as you are with this. Doesn't mean that they're not moving forward. They're just not in that space to move as quickly as you are. Okay. Now let's look at Cancers. Okay. So Cancer's overall energy, Ten of Cups in reverse. Middle card is that Four of Swords. And we also have the Emperor showing up in reverse here. So here's the thing, Cancers. You're working on doing some kind of upgrade so that you can have more happiness in your experience. I think that this is taking a while because you're working with somebody who they're kind of the lead person on this, where you're trying to create things and make things happen. I think this other person that you're trying to create this happiness along with, I think that they're ready to take a break. They're not sure they want to put more energy and effort into this right now. And so they're more or less sleeping on the job here. Okay. Next up, let's look at a Leo. Okay, so Leo's overall Ten of Cups in reverse. Middle card shows up as the Knight of Cups, and the last card shows up as the Four of Swords in reverse. Basically, I think that there's been a situation that you've been trying to upgrade for a while. You've been working on it. You've put in some energy and some effort where you're trying to upgrade your sense of happiness. This probably has to do with either a relationship with somebody else or potentially even a relationship with yourself. It looks to me like you're kind of hitting a point where you didn't expect it to take this long to actually have the upgrade come into play. And now you're starting to feel like you have a different perspective on this. You're starting to look at maybe I should be handling this in a different way. Maybe I should be going about this, in some other way. So it looks to me like you're adjusting your tactics here to create that upgrade and happiness for yourself. All right, next up, we're looking at Virgo. Okay. So, Virgos, it looks to me like you're trying to manifest an upgrade in your happiness with this overall energy here. We've also got the Moon card showing up, and we've got the Knight of Cups showing up in reverse. So, as you're manifesting, working on manifesting happiness, which you already know is going to take some time anyway, there are some things going on underneath the surface or behind the scenes that you don't necessarily know about. No, I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to take that back. I think somebody wants you to keep the idea that you want to upgrade this happiness in some way. They want you to keep that secret. They don't want you to share that with anybody, at least not yet. And for you, with this Knight of Cups coming up in reverse, this is you saying, you know what? No, I'm not keeping this a secret. Either we're doing this and everybody can know about it, or we're not, and then nobody would know about it. But I'm not going to do this and have it be a secret. All right. Yep, I'm hearing I'm not anybody's dirty little secret, and I don't know if that applies to everybody watching or not, but it definitely applies to somebody. Otherwise, Spirit would not put that in my mind. All right, so that was Virgo. Next, we're looking at Libra. All right, Libra's Ten of Cups coming up for the overall energy, followed by that Nine of Pentacles in the center and the Moon card coming out. This is really fascinating and fantastic, Libras. With this Ten of Cups in reverse, this happiness that you're striving for is taking a while. It's a process. It's not going to be something that's just snap of the fingers quick. Now, coming up with that Nine of Pentacles, you're deriving this upgrade in happiness from your own independence, from your own self-sufficiency. Doesn't have to mean that you are single, but it does mean that you're very self-reliant. And with that Moon card coming up in reverse, this is telling me that your true character is coming out, and that's part of what is making you feel happier and more self-sufficient. So really tapping into your own true character, your own true desires, your true purpose is upgrading your level of happiness. All right. And that was Libra. Yes. Next up, we're looking at Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpios, we've got a King of Pentacles showing up here in the center. Our overall energy is the Ten of Cups in reversed, with the other energy off to the other side is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So interesting. With the Ten of Cups in reverse, this does talk about we are upgrading our sense of happiness. Nine of Pentacles says that as we're doing that, we are missing somebody, or else somebody is not participating in this upgrade of happiness at the level that we might like or that we might hope for. And that somebody has King of Pentacles type of energy. So this is somebody who they move slow. They just do. So just because we decide something as Scorpios and we're ready to move on it, doesn't mean that this person necessarily is. This is somebody who really stays very well grounded. They like to make sure everything is really making sense. They want to have all the details in before they make a decision. And so this person is really sitting pretty firmly where they are before they jump in on this bandwagon of upgrade that sense of happiness. All right. Doesn't mean that it won't happen. It just means we're getting kind of impatient because we know that we can't upgrade this sense of happiness by ourselves. And so we're getting impatient for this other person to actually jump in and put in some energy and effort towards that as well. All right. Let's see. Next up, we're going to look at Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, overall being the Ten of Cups in reverse, with our middle card of the Three of um, Swords in reverse, and last card being the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and that side. All right, so here's the thing. We were trying, for those of us with, what are we looking at here now? This is actually Sagittarius, I think, right? Yes. So, Sagittarius, those of us with Sagittarius placements, what we were doing is we were trying to upgrade our sense of happiness. And so that was a process. It was going to take some time. However, not everybody was really on board with that. And so we realized that what we had to do was quit investing in whatever that situation was, because it wasn't going to upgrade our happiness no matter how much we invested in it. And where that caused some heartbreak in the past, we see that now we are healing up from that heartbreak or that heartache. Okay. So that's for Sagittarius. Next up, we're looking at Capricorn. All right, so Capricorn's overall 10 of Cups in reverse, with in the center the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Swords looking at that side. So we've got, which side are we on? The 7 of Cups. Yeah, we're on that side as well. All right. So Capricorns, I think that we are working on doing some healing. We really want to heal up from this broken heart that we see showing up on the right-hand side of this video. And with that 7 of Cups, it looks to me like we are really trying everything that we know to heal up from that, or we have tried everything that we know to heal up from that. But I think that I don't know that we're having, I wouldn't say that we're not having success. I would say that we are having success, but we're using multiple different techniques to find a way to heal up from whatever this heartache or heartbreak was in the past. And this doesn't have to be a heartache or a heartbreak from a lover or a romantic interest. This can be, really from anything. So let's not be narrow-minded when we look at this meaning and see how it applies to ourselves, because relationships, a lot of people just think relationships are only romantic, and we need to quit being so fixated like that. There's so many relationships in our lives that have nothing to do with romance. So this doesn't have to do with romance, but it is something that caused some heartache or some heartbreak in the past, and we've done all kinds of techniques, and we are working our way up the ladder, the emotional ladder, into happiness. Okay. And who was that? That was Capricorn. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius overall energy, 10 of Cups in reverse. Central energy we have is the 3 of Cups. And next to that, the 7 of Cups also in reverse. So, ba-ba-da-da-da. Looks to me like for those of us with Aquarius placements, what we're doing is we're focusing on our friendships, and we're focusing on improving our friendships, improving our social network, improving our security net, basically, as far as personal relationships. We're really focusing on that today because we feel like that focusing on that can bring us improved sense of happiness in our life. All right, let's look at Pisces. Okay, so Pisces, 10 of Cups reversed in the overall, plus Judgment, that side of Judgment, and also that side of the 3 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So the 10 of Cups to me, I think there was some kind of unhappiness in your situation, Pisces, that was caused by the betrayal of somebody close to you, whether this was a friend or a romantic partner or a love interest or a colleague, somebody from work. There was somebody who was in your sphere of influence close to you that did cause, did bring you some kind of betrayal that caused unhappiness at one point in the past. And I think that you got the chance in the past to rekindle something that I think this other person sabotaged. And it looks to me like you're still moving forward on that. And as you're moving forward on that, you are looking at, okay, how can I use this to improve my sense of happiness, also my sense of self-worth, my sense of satisfaction? So really, in spite of a a friend's sabotage, let's say, you're still moving towards um, whatever that original target or goal was that brings you more happiness and more satisfaction in life. Because with that unhappiness, it can be a great motivator, that, okay, well, what do I need to do to be happy? We see you working towards that. Okay. So thank you guys very much for being here today. I do appreciate it. Absolutely. And don't forget, you guys are my sponsors. So hit that thumbs up button or share this with other people who would benefit from it, or put a comment down below, or even do all three. That would be awesome too. Every one of those actions helps get this video served to more people. So I appreciate everything that you guys do to support me and get me out there to the rest of the world. Everybody have a fantastic day. Peace out.